When I come back, just give me some malt liquor, 40 ounces for old time's sake.
When was the last time you actually had a 40?
Honestly, like 4 years ago.
Just like, let me go taste my youth.
I had to.
Yeah.
Like,
what did it taste like? Like, did it?
It tastes like nostalgia.
Yeah, it tastes like
a memory.
Yeah, like it's like nostalgia. I was thinking about yams. I was thinking about mosh pits, parties, couch surfing, train hopping.
Wow, for the night, being polite.
Yeah.
Regular
Brings you right
shit.
back.
Right back.
We have just received word the album by A$AP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb, will not be coming out.
4,500 on a Hummer, no gas, 89 price on the ticket.
Welcome to the New York Times Popcast, your couple ABCs of weekly cultural review. I'm John Caramanica, and I'm the critic.
I'm Joe Coscarelli, and I'm the reporter.
I'm A$AP Rocky, and I'm the handsome one. And we on Popcast.
Well, you don't think Joe's handsome?
Come on.
Let's
That's my role here. That's my role on this show.
Unbelievable. We're here with A$AP Rocky. First of all, very excited to have Rocky here, and it's worth saying right at the top, we have a very long history. We go way back.
Professionally.
Yes, professionally.
Oh, man, it's crazy. You're my first ever interview. Ever.
So what Rocky is saying is I'm old, which is great.
What Rocky's saying is that he's getting old.
I aged us both.
Yeah, that's true. So this is going back to the early 2010s. Peso and Purple Swag were just hitting.
I be that pretty motherfucker. Harlem's what I'm reppin'. Purple drink, I still sip. Purple weed, blunt still lit.
I went and spent a bunch of time with you, with Yams, with the whole crew. We've spoken a bunch in the years since. Also wrote about Yams, who we have on the wall. It is great to see you at this stage of your career. Not everybody who I write about in 2010, 2011 can be on this couch in 2026.
It's an honor,
no shots to them.
It's an honor, though.
Yeah.
It's an honor. And honestly, I want to thank you for, I've never released an album without doing some type of piece with you.
Yeah, it's true.
Never. Every single last one of my studio albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never missed the album with you, and I'm honored to be here.
And now here we are, 8 years from testing.
The harder they fall, like dominoes, nigga Geronimo's. When it's my time to go adios, vominos, like no Dominicano, but eat the toast on this with platinos.
Is it that?
Isn't that crazy?
8 years.
He told me
from
that
testing.
yesterday. I was like, there's no way.
I thought it was 7 years.
Maybe 7 and change, but it was 2018, right?
And it's
So
2026 now, yeah.
That was dumb.
Don't Be Dumb, new album, out now.
8 fucking
Wait,
years.
it was dumb waiting that long? I mean, and you start the album off right off the bat, been a little while.
Since I've been in the league.
A couple of
Trials,
trials.
a couple of leaks.
So which of those things is most responsible for the fact that you haven't put out an album?
All of the above.
If we had to rank, if there's an ordinal rank.
Trials, leaks, kids.
Yeah, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I had to add that. I just didn't want to really use the kids as a scapegoat.
But you have
Parents all across the world do.
I know, right?
No,
I need
true.
to use it for when the time is right.
That's
you know
fair,
what I mean?
that's
you
fair.
have
You gotta
more
count.
movies, more kids, and more trials than you've had albums.
That's true.
In the last almost decade.
Yeah, man. That's bizarre when you think about it.
Mhm.
Do you still think of yourself primarily as a musician?
Absolutely. I mean, that's my core.
Mhm.
When you describe me, I'm obviously I consider myself a Renaissance man, right? So it starts with music. Me being born and raised in a place where they had a Renaissance and so much culture embedded into it. It was only right that I adapted and also kind of evolved within, I guess, I let nature take its course. And I think I was carrying on tradition.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely, man. I'm a man of the arts, and music being one of the arts, definitely. It plays a significant part of my lifestyle, my career, and just my hobbies and what makes me happy and tick. Honestly, without music, we ain't shit, man.
Well, and none of the other stuff happens certainly without music. But I wonder, given the chasm of time between testing and now, look, all these other things have been going on, whether it's family stuff or the legal stuff or whatever. But all these things are happening, and at some point, 2019, COVID, whatever. Do you just have a moment where you're just like, maybe that was the last album? Like maybe it was the last album and I didn't know it was at the time, but my life is moving in an unpredictable way.
I never accepted that.
Never.
Yo, honestly, it's been so much renditions of it, so many versions, so many rough drafts, so many shit has just been scrapped. You know, it's like your taste level changes as you evolve as the days go by. Like, you know what I mean? And I think like for me, it was just mostly about like what represents me in this form today, especially like current affairs has to take a place in it. COVID, quarantine took a place in it. Sweden, trial. It's just a bunch of my trials and tribulations is what played a big part of my album getting delayed and stuff. And also Tim Burton had to shoot Wednesday and Beetlejuice Part 2.
Like,
man.
Can you explain what Tim's role on the album is?
So basically, like, I was obsessed with Tim Burton since maybe like 4 or 5 years old.
What was your gateway?
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
More than like Scissorhands or the Batmans or whatever.
More than that.
Yeah.
It was A Nightmare Before Christmas, man. I can't explain why. My favorite holiday was Halloween.
Okay.
I always had a sweet tooth. I know you got some snacks for me.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's going to be a big conclusion to this episode.
So I always love Halloween. And I mean, what kid doesn't like Christmas? And the fact that they figured out how to marriage and merge them, you know, it was just genius to me. So I always was attracted to that somehow. But now in my adulthood, when I create, I throw a TV on and put shit on mute. I'll just throw Tim Burton films. Like his first film, Vincent, his college film, was crazy. I mean, I think that's what kind of got like people like Disney and all these other people like interested.
Is there a scene from Vincent that sticks out in your mind?
The cat, man, with the shadow and all of that. It was just obscure to me how he told a Frankenstein story without it being Frankenstein. And I could tell he's obsessed with German expressionism. I didn't know at the time that I was obsessed. Yeah, right. So going into this, Nosferatu, different, you know, German expressionism films is what, you know, Metropolis is what inspired like me as an adult. You know, and for the past, I would say like 5 years, I've been heavily inspired by German expressionism. So him being the modern day German expressionism guy, for lack of better words, it was only right that I kind of went to him to kind of get like, you know, consulted and, you know, I went to the pro and ironically enough, he fucked with me. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like,
he knew. He was already tapped in.
Nah, like he knew, but he didn't know, you know? And it's just like, once he got to know, he was like, I fuck with this shit. Like, that's how he talks verbatim, you know what I mean? And he a cool cat, you know? It takes a little bit of quirkiness. Like, what I love about his whimsical films is that it takes imagination to a whole nother level. And I just felt like it's so appropriate for a rapper to do this because if you think about it, you know, besides us,
Jordan Peele,
Get Out, Sinners. Before these, you know, we had Candyman, but there wasn't really no real urban horror films.
Right.
There's not really too many urban sci-fis. So I wanted to tap and make urban expressionism, which is ghetto expressionism. I took German expressionism, ghetto futurism, merged it, and I went to Tim for it to get these ideas out. And he did it. He like, we did a video recently, like, you know, and he was just like, I'm like, I say, hey, draw me a SWAT guy. Draw me this character. Yo, we forgot this character for the album. I want to do this for, you know, the B-side.
Can you say which track that's going to be?
Yeah, it's called Black DeMarco.
Oh, yeah, we were just listening.
The only Harlem rap track to reference Mac DeMarco? Is that, like, did he work on the song?
Does he know?
Nah.
No, he doesn't know.
Nah,
it's going to be a surprise.
That's my brother, so I just had to do it. I fuck with him, man, you know? Salad Days is fire. It's like we worked around, like, I worked with him, Ariel Pink, John Mouse. We all did, like, a lot of work back in, like, during COVID and shit like that. And, you know, I didn't use that for the album, unfortunately, because it got leaked. And it's not that, like, in any of the shit we made was whack or anything. It was just, like, it just I kept getting hacked and leaked. So I just, you get over it.
How does that happen? What are the specifics of that, the logistical specifics? Like, is it engineers who are mad? Is that the answer?
No, it's just you keep going. I'm gonna tell you what else.
Okay. Is it like iCloud
assistants,
sloppy passwords? Is it?
It's people like your management, your label who get breached, and then they'll send you like the hackers will send you an email that looks equivalent to your email.
Oh, what's your password for blah blah blah?
Or
phishing
not even,
attempt.
they don't need your password.
Right.
They're already in.
Oh, they're like, can you send me that track from blah blah blah? Bouncing that file from the session
we need to
with
clear
so-and-so.
blah blah blah, and it's just like who else knows about the session from so and so?
Right.
So you would assume that it's the person that they're posing to be.
Damn.
And what's insane is like I know you're an internet guy, like I'm an internet guy, like we both came from Tumblr in a way, you know. So like these fan communities now,
they sell
which they sell it. They have what's known as like a Grail track. They've heard a snippet from your IG or whatever it is, and they say, "Oh, I saw a picture that Rocky was in the studio with so and so. Like we need to get that track," and then they raise money.
Assistants, studio assistants, engineers, label heads, interns at the label, hackers,
Everyone's vulnerable.
coders.
Yeah.
Those are all and fans.
And hard drives getting taken out of cars or left in a studio plugged in
Sometimes
somewhere.
like you'll go to a really like world-renowned studio that's just like you wouldn't even think twice about anything being breached. And that's what happens.
So how much music would you say you've lost that way? And why do you consider it dead if it reaches a few thousand crazy super fans on the internet?
Because it's like a spoiler alert. You know, I'm a suspenseful cat. Like I don't like when people do that kind of shit. It's just, don't get me wrong, there's a few songs that's just like, I don't give a fuck. If y'all leak that version of it, I'm still putting this out. I got a few of those on Don't Be Dumb, but like for the most part, it's annoying. You know? I'm quite sure when Michelangelo was painting 16th chapter, right?
Someone was coming in there, they were doodling it and be like, you should see what he's working on.
They were like, oh shit.
Came back to the town, you know what I'm saying? Before he could complete it, it was a bunch of those everywhere.
Yeah, just ceilings everywhere, literally.
Like different cathedrals. Like imagine that, you know?
But I wonder, do you find it flattering? Because like I think a lot about how Virgil used to think about bootlegging, right? And it's like basically like you're not hitting if they're not bootlegging. If you don't go to Canal Street and your shit's there, not on Canal Street, then it's not hitting.
They bootleg pre-existing things.
Right.
They can't bootleg it if the world didn't see it on the runway.
So you're saying in essence, the leak and the spread of the leak reverses the order. It makes the first thing that someone sees the bootleg version rather than the
Get
original.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So it's almost like Zara.
Zara with no LV.
Basically.
Apologies to our
sorry, Zara. But
apologies to our friends.
I mean, maybe not apologize because, like, I mean, fast fashion is really bad for our, like, fucking, you know,
the climate,
ecosystem.
the water.
The ecosystem is not good.
So you're coming out against leaks and fast fashion.
Fast fashion. That is an interesting way to think about it. And I think ultimately, like I remember talking to Virgil about that stuff, but you're right. Those are made garments. Available in stores, or at least in a lookbook, you know, like in a pre-sale or something. And this is the exact opposite. Do you feel like there are upsides to generating that kind of fan intensity, though? Because you know that there's always 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people who are tapped in on every tiny thing.
Nah.
Not at all. No upside.
Nah, there's no upside.
You don't respect those fans that want your stuff to themselves.
Nah,
like that.
I respect them. But I'm saying there's no benefit from that for me as an artist, or just from my perspective. I look at it like this: like they leaked 100 Young Nudie songs.
Yep.
They leaked Mad G Herbo songs. They leaked Playboy Cardi songs.
Hundreds of Cardi songs, hundreds of Thug songs.
Come on,
Uzi
they
songs,
leak
yeah.
Uzi songs. They leak them. And when it comes out, those are the same guys. It's like, we had this 3 years ago. We had this 2 years ago.
So how much new stuff is on Don't Be Dumb? Does that mean it's all recent?
85% of it is new.
Like how new?
Like the last year?
Like last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year. Since like late 2024, early 2025, you know?
Because then obviously you start joking around. You do the merch, album never dropping. It becomes
I had
part
to
of
troll
the
them
narrative.
back.
Right.
You know, they was trolling too much. They kept leaking shit. Then they leaked a fake album last month that is just crazy.
Was it your music or it was like AI?
It was
or
my
something?
music.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Oh, it was. I need to spend
You
more
weren't
time.
on the message board.
Sorry.
Like 40 songs.
Jeez.
None from this project though.
Two of them.
But you kept them on there.
But it was early versions.
Okay.
Early renditions.
Am I right to hear side A of this album as sort of vintage ASAP and side B as the more experimental half? Was that deliberate?
You know, I would say more so in a sense like I didn't want to put out like a 30-track record, but I have so much song. It was just like, no, it's just 15 songs. I think this album is what 2011 Rocky would be making in 2026.
That's a really interesting way of thinking about it because I felt a lot of that, especially in the middle of the record, like Play a Trespass, Stop Snitching. You know what I mean? Like I heard those and I heard the particular cadence of the flow and I was like, I know this guy. But tell me,
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear you talk about this album as the logical continuation of what that guy in 2011 was doing. Because then do you think that you deviated from that at all in the intervening years? Like, do you think Testing is what the 2011 guy would have done in 2018? Or you think that was a set of experimental records that maybe is not a continuation
I
of the
think
original?
it was just what I was on at that moment. I think it was more so like experimental records for that time.
Yeah.
You know, I think me a year later while working on All Smiles, just getting locked up and that derailing that whole process. And then it became some political shit. And 6 months after that, the whole world was shut down.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was deprived of studio, this, that. So by 2021, everybody's in a rush to start booking artists for shows and We all haven't been outside for at least a year straight, you know what I mean? And a year and a half at least. Some places you need a vaccine card to even travel and shit. And everybody, I don't know if you guys remember how it was like everybody was on the bill.
The rush
Oh, yeah.
to come
Everybody.
out. Yeah.
No, it was cluttered.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
To the point where the airlines couldn't even get artists to different shows on time and stuff like that. And
So you were like, I'm just going to sit out this rush and wait for my own time?
I just always said to myself, like, I ain't gonna rush it, man. And I thought I was ready in 2024, and it was just like I thought the court case was gonna be, done by, that fall. That kept getting pushed back, and it was just like kind of hard to really focus. You know what I mean? Not only that, it's just like me being a parent played a big part in it. I know we joked about it earlier, but I really want to be like. I want to be tentative. I want to be there. I want to be present. I want to be, supportive of my family and shit like that. And that took some time out. So, and not only that, all of these different instances is what gave me new material to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was going to say
You're
there's a
talking about-
lot
yeah,
of
a lot of
there's a
trial
lot
stuff.
of family stuff on this album, but there's a lot of anger too about the trial last year. You were accused of shooting at a former friend.
Yeah, man.
You were acquitted in dramatic fashion, I would say.
Jumped over.
Jumped over the barricade. People have seen the images. You immediately go out to Paris or whatever for Fashion Week. Shout out to Jacob, our colleague, who saw you at the club the next night or whatever. He did
Wait, it was
little interview.
Milan.
Milan.
Oh, Milan.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not a fashion guy. That's,
It's all
that's for
good.
you guys. But there's a stop snitching thread through this album. There's a lot of like, you feeling wronged by
some like
people who have been close
turned on
to
you or have not done right by you.
Like, was there any part of you going into that situation? You alluded also to the earlier case in Sweden, in which you were convicted of assault for a street fight, not sentenced to any prison time. Like, were you thinking like, how did I get myself back in another of these situations?
Absolutely. Because every time you're in a situation like
You're
that,
like, never again.
never again.
Mm-hmm.
And when it happens again, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, God, man, like, here we are yet again, I know you're going to get me out of it somehow, but there's a lesson to be learned in this. And sometimes some lessons are hard lessons, even if you're not in the wrong necessarily. God has a funny way, in my opinion, of like, just, humbling you or just showing you.
But I'm curious about
Yeah.
that push and pull between, I can't believe this is happening to me, and I can't believe, and what is my role in this?
Right. That's what is the lesson that you took from
how do
all
you?
that?
Well, I think a lot of rappers really, I think they go down, and they have a hard battle with survivor's guilt and, survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, for a long time, I was that guy.
Mhm.
And I wanted everybody happy. I wanted everybody successful. And you hear this, and I'm not trying to sound cliche, but you hear people, of success and different statures of success say this all the time, but it's really predominantly in hip hop, like culture, whereas the thing is you're supposed to live by this certain code, you're supposed to do these certain things for your boys, oh yeah, da 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 da. And that didn't change who I am as a man. Like if you a loved one of mine, a friend, a relative, I'm still look out for you any way I can. But I think that I felt more compelled to like take on everybody's, issues to a point where I didn't realize that was really pulling me back. And I kept being supportive of just nonsense and no good people. And I think this was God's way of showing me like you
got to cut it off.
You cut it off. And when I cut it off, this was their way of pulling me back.
In side by side with that is the growth of your family.
That's what it was.
And so I wonder, like, as you're feeling pulled back on this one path, you have a whole new path that's presenting itself where you're 3 children in now. Do you think if you did not have 3 kids, like let's say you were not a family man now, would that have been much harder to cut off all the other stuff?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, absolutely. A woman will change your whole life, especially if it's a companion. Yeah. And it's just like...
We should thank all our companions right now.
Yeah, for
everybody.
Sure. Right? And it's just like... It's a situation where I look at it like this, right? Like, before I had my children, it was like being with my girl took a blindfold off. And things that she couldn't make me, visibly see or optical to, God, like I said, had a funny way of showing me. It's like, how the hell did I end up in this situation? This is ironic. This is something. And that's why my temperament about it was always so, like, relaxed, because I knew, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, this circus, y'all gonna let this play out? All right, I'll sit back. You done yet? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. For me, I looked at it like, as soon as you get with a girl, she'll tell you, like, that's not your friend. That's your friend. But that one, nah.
They can see it more clearly from a different angle. And to be clear, you didn't just get with any girl.
I know. I got with a very special woman. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful that, she was put in my life at that time, because I think any time prior to that, I don't think I was ready for something like that. I don't think she was either, so.
One thing I've thought a lot about watching you over the last few years and seeing your life with Rihanna and seeing your family, and I think about Yams a lot. Yams, of course, your childhood friend, music mentor, spirit guide who died in 2015 of an accidental drug overdose, also a beloved member of the hip-hop internet, Lamborghini, Eastside Stevie, and so on. And I think about him not being present to watch this part of your life. And also I've wondered, in your emotional thinking, there was a time when Yams, you described him to me in 2013 or whatever as the spirit guide, right? And I wonder if after Yams passed, those 4 or 5 years in between then and finally locking in with Rihanna, like, did you feel like you were lacking a mentor? Was there an absence that you felt that finding a partner kind of healed?
There's still that empty void.
Yeah.
Even to this day, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you're not alluding that anybody could replace him, but the truth is that's still to this day. But you said something interesting. I think when, Yams and her was like this, though.
I was going to ask. I didn't know if they had spent. I was wondering. Yeah. That's
from back
she
in the
loved
day.
Yams. Yeah, she took us on like the Diamonds tour. Yams used to come out lit and shit like that. But like, she loved Yams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody loved Yams, man. He was he was a lovable guy.
Great guy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I've met some really interesting. I've been blessed to meet and encounter some really interesting people.
Yeah, sure.
Since his death.
Yeah.
And I say, like, I think they came from.
You think he sent them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, man. I'm spiritual.
So like you're making up for him in aggregate, right? Like you're moneyballing him. Like you can't. There's no one replacement, but you're like I might get a little bit from this person, a little bit from that person, a little bit from this person.
Not necessarily. It's just like anytime I get somebody in my life who, like for instance, my creative director, his name is Gallardo, Robert Gallardo. He's always behind the scenes. The night before Yams died, he had a dream about Yams. When he woke up, Yams passed away. He made a picture of him, and I thought it was just the coolest thing ever. And around this time, this is when Tumblr is dying, like 10, 11 years ago, right? You remember how, you know, like, right? And I wanted to convert my Instagram into a Tumblr format. I've been trying to do it for at least like 13, 14 months at that time, since 2014. So, but I couldn't find anybody. I clicked this guy's page and the fucking format looked like Tumblr. Wow. I'm like, what the fuck? And when I looked, because the Yams picture, he added a halo to it and everything.
You'd never met him before?
Never met the guy. Wow. He never met us. He derived from Yams, like in such a spiritual way. Yeah. You know, like I can't describe it.
Also, like I think having someone so early in your career who had a clear vision, but also was your guy. Like you didn't like go to a label and they were like, meet Stevie. You know, he's your guy. This was your guy from jump. And had a clarity of vision. Yeah. And again, in all these years, these intervening years, when you haven't put out music, like I know how seriously you took his perspective.
Yeah, man.
And I know how seriously you took his judgment of this is good, this is not good, this is what I should be doing, this is what I shouldn't. I remember.
You was there, bro.
But I've wondered all these intervening years, you don't put records out, but on some level, are you like, I don't know who to turn to say, is this the right thing?
I don't. So I just do, I do me, and I like, it essentially has to appeal and just satisfy me first. You know, not to make it so selfish, because we all would like to think we make worldly music that appeals to the masses, but like it has to, I have really good taste, you know? So especially when it comes to decor, fashion, lifestyle things like music, film, everything, creatively, I like my taste, it's a range and it varies.
But you're confident in it.
I'm so confident in it. You know, it's just like I make certain music, it's like an acquired taste. You know, like you can't compare Chanel to Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova could gross $4 billion in a year. You know, Chanel could gross $1 billion. I know I'm regurgitating right now with the numbers.
It's a hypothetical.
A hypothetical, but still the integrity of Chanel.
So you don't feel like you're chasing hits. You're chasing bespoke sounds that feel true to you. Because what's crazy to people, like, you're a famous guy. You're a celebrity.
That's why I don't got to do that.
You don't have top 40 hits.
Think about it, though.
It's not in your repertoire. But do you feel like you're missing that in your career? Or you're like, I don't need it?
I did that right out the gate.
Right.
You know, we know the formula. Everybody knows the formula. Yo, get this artist, get that artist, call it a day. Get this producer, get this artist, do the hook, call it a day. Shoot a video, call it a day. Everybody know that. Personally, I never exploited my music for my celebrity, you know, advantages. It's just, I don't have to. I'm that guy. I'm him Burton. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta do none of that.
So you consider your music and your celebrity separate, and your celebrity sort of allows you to not compromise in your music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's one variable. I think another way to look at it is like, I don't feel a need to capitalize off music because I didn't enter the music business. I entered the music industry, and you know, I wasn't too business oriented. I didn't have like business etiquette. I had to grow into that. And by the time I figured out, you know, the difference in how to align myself or label myself, I was like, oh nah, I'd rather be a creative genius. Like, miss me with the politics, man. It's just like so many. It's fucked up when you look into like the industry, you look into rap, hip hop, how it's been exploited and how it's been just remixed and re-rocked throughout all these years. It's just like, even for what it stands for, some people who get championed is not by coincidence, it's by design, and sometimes it's not really for positive reasons. And so, I'm not holier than thou, but I'm just saying that, like, when it comes to my music integrity, they don't even got a second guess if, do I really love this? Yes. Stay tuned. Like, even Punk Rocky coming out, it's just like, just relax. Sit back and thank me later.
But do you think you're respected as a creative genius? Because we talk about an album like Testing, this experimental swerve for you. This album too, it's not an immediate crowd pleaser. Like, it might not be received with universal adoration. Like, these are albums people argue over, right? Testing is, people have been arguing over it for 8 years. Is this good? Or is this trash? Do you feel like you're appreciated as the creative genius you believe yourself to be? Or do you think that there's still room for people to come around on you?
I think that I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Like,
that's
for
a different
me, it's
answer.
just
That's a different thing.
No, for sure. Like, I think I am.
Okay.
I know I am. So it's just like, without trying to sound delusional or just too self-centered, yes, absolutely. If you look at my discography or you just look at my catalog, it speaks for itself. I don't really like to have to go up and promote my shit. I just like to let the creative shit promote itself and see where it goes. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. You do have to do some type of marketing and stuff like that. But we're not talking about that. I think me trying to convince somebody else that I'm a creative genius, it's a whole different story than me implying that I am.
We always sort of joke, especially in interviews, rappers about, all my children. You look out and they're like, look at my kids.
Yeah.
But I do think something fundamentally changed 2013, 2014 after ASAP and also after Odd Future.
We know
right?
that.
Something fundamentally changed. And it's funny, we were watching either the Peso video or the Purple Swag video earlier today. And I'm just like, this is just how everyone dresses now. Literally just how everybody dresses now. Yeah.
And that was like, what?
2012? 2011? And so I wonder how you think about influence outside of a purely musical sense, because obviously prior to you have people like Pharrell or Ye who are like, we're top-notch artists and we're also stylish and we're creative, but maybe they didn't have all the institutional resources available to them in the 2000s to really fully blow that out. But by the time the mid-2010s come along, the existence of someone like you, a successful rapper who also is essentially remaking what the visual aesthetic of the genre is, there's not really a true precedent outside of the Pharrells and Kanye's. When you think of what came after, and I'm talking, Uzi to Travis to Cardi to all those guys, how do you view those kids? And they're not kids anymore, but how do you view that legacy?
It's flattering because it's like you just said, before me, it was Kanye. It was Pharrell, you know? Before him, it was Kool Keith. It was Grand Poobah. It was like, fly guys like, Tribe Called Quest or whatever the case, Wu-Tang Clan. I think there's always going to be a predecessor to any kind of superstar.
Or a movement.
A movement, right? I think that there's people that's going to predate them. After me, there'll be so many. And after the so many, so on and so forth.
Has Rick Owens personally thanked you?
Rap Simmons, Rick Owens, usually what I'm dressed in.
For 5Xing his business. 10 years.
It's like, I know, it's crazy. It's a blessing to be able to have that kind of influence. I think that it's very, very flattering because, they could easily just, front like,
I didn't bang with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
One thing that I was actually a little bit surprised at, because I've been to Rolling Loud a bunch, and I wouldn't have necessarily thought 2012 Rocky would end up at a place like Rolling Loud. But when I was at Rolling Loud the year you headlined, I was like, these kids are losing it. And you had also developed into a stage performer who could take those kinds of records and actually express them in a setting like that, which would not necessarily have been obvious to me, 10 years prior. How do you think of that ecosystem, the kind of like rage rap kids? Like, how do you see that as an extension of what you did? And also, how did you almost like kind of like molt yourself to be able to go to places like that and deliver in a way that made sense to those kids?
I feel like that's where we started from in a sense, because like we was influenced by Onyx, Wu-Tang Clan, and all of that, like roughneck music. So if you think about it, when we first came out, the only other Black people or Black kids mosh pitting and slam dancing and shit was our Future.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that's why me and Tyler got along so much, But like for the most part, it's just been in our DNA to like, those kind of circuits and crowds and that kind of audience. It's just that actually grew within itself.
Yeah.
And to the point where if you think about when I first came out, you had Rock the Bells, you had, this, that, like none of those concerts or, they don't exist no more. So it's just like the only real big hip hop, kind of a concert is Rolling Loud besides individual artist tours and shit like that, right?
So you feel like you could see it in like the Santos Party House days. You were like, this could grow exponentially.
I've seen some wild crowds at Santos Party. I saw a couple fights maybe.
Right. Oh yeah, you got banned from there at some point.
Yeah.
But salute to all our friends
at the Fader or whatever.
Yeah, that damn, your memory's crazy. But it's from, I don't know, man. I think like, I guess like to an extent, like without really like sounding too full of myself, like I think that we're supposed to inspire. I'm glad that I get to be the guy that like people could reference or go to or see some type of inspiration in. That's what's up, because I feel that way about me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
that said, you're being very magnanimous about it now, but you also have a song on this record called Stole Your Flow, where you're like not taking so kindly to people biting you. So obviously the internet's going to decide who you're talking about on that song.
Sure. I think we all know.
They're going to say it's Drake. I mean, that's a man who was with you in those early days too, brought you on tour. Where did things go wrong in that relationship?
I mean, I don't know. I started just seeing people who just started out as friends and just became foes, seemed like they was unhappy for you, and just started sending shots. And I think that's what led to any of our misunderstandings or whatever the case is. So it really ain't smoke.
Does it feel resolvable to you, or you think it's too far?
Nah, it don't even need to be. Like, for what?
But you're like, no secret, like that song's for him.
Nah, I don't really.
Or it's for anyone.
It's
who
for
might
whoever
be...
feel like it's about them.
Fair enough.
I did have to ask, but while we were talking about the fashion and the influence question, like as we were watching those old videos, I do want to know: have you archived all those old outfits?
From the early music videos.
Most of them.
Where, like, is there a black scale bin? Is there a come day fuck down bin?
Oh my God.
Where's the original fuck swag?
Yeah.
Swag. Yo, you know what I had to burn?
Murderer.
Honestly, a lot.
Come on, man. I almost wore, I bought one of those off the ASAP web store. I almost wore that today.
Yo, do y'all remember that brand KTZ?
Yeah, of course.
Burn it, man.
But is that sitting, like, do you and Rihanna share like a warehouse where it's just old archived outfits?
Funny enough, we definitely share warehouses, but I don't know what's in her shit. Like, I don't want to go through that shit. I promise you.
You're like, anything before me, that's your business.
Yeah. I don't know what's in there. She don't know what's in mine,
That sounds like an amazing future like YouTube series where you
like you guys just go through each other's
go
bins.
through each other's storage.
Yeah, I think you're speaking from personal experience. This is a you problem.
This is a me problem. But that said, if you need a producer for that show, let me know.
Yo, that's gonna take 3 seasons.
But you kept all the old stuff.
Most of it.
Yeah.
If not, my mom kept that shit.
Sure.
She's a hoarder at this point. Yeah.
You mentioned Tyler, the Creator, somebody you've had an affinity with. John and I share an affinity for potato salad.
Blacks Lazarus cold drops on the album skits.
I'm the channel that you watch. I'm the ammo on the Glock.
One of the great back and forth rap collaborations.
Maybe truly one of the best rap songs of the last 10 years. I think. Genuinely, I think it's an incredible record. You bring something out in each other.
Yes.
I think very playful, very light. I think lyrical, but not oppressive.
Yeah.
You know, like lyrical, but not rappy, if that makes sense.
I know exactly.
And you've both become actors in the years since. You see each other on the award circuit this year.
Did you see Marty Supreme?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Did you like it?
I loved it. I've seen it twice already.
Really?
In the theater, yeah.
Yeah.
We went to the premiere.
The film about New York Film Festival.
And then I took my wife to see it over the holidays. Even better the second time. I thought Tyler was great. Last year alone, you had Highest to Lowest with Denzel and Spike. You were in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
I love that one.
The Mary Bronstein film.
Yo, Crazy Pants. I was gonna partake in surfing the web for some things that I'm into.
What kind of stuff?
I'm interested in how you approached acting in general and whether you and Tyler talk about it, but I watched If I Had Legs last night, and my main thought was, did this give you a different appreciation for motherhood, this movie?
Nah, it gave me anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit was so crazy, man. Like, honestly, that's one of the reasons I quit smoking for a bit.
Really?
I watched that shit Stone one. I mean, I've seen it prior to that, but one time I was high as fuck the last time, bro. I was watching that shit like, nah, cut this shit off.
Too stressful. The heart rate goes up.
I was just like, boom, 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 boom. Like I ain't see the movie 5 times already, you know?
I thought you meant because she's fiending in the movie when she's smoking her little one hitter.
Nah, it's just a lot. Like the baby crying in the office, and then the mother alluding that she wanted to kill the baby or harm the baby, and us not knowing if, you know, the daughter existed or not, and just it was just a lot of shit that was just. Then, you know, what was Rose's character's name? It was, yo, bro, Linda was just going through the notions, bro. Like, she went through hell, bro. And just, you know, I think, like, acting is just a part of the arts, man, you know? And I'm a self-proclaimed Renaissance man. I've been acting for a while now. I've always wanted to do it. I've always had this innate interest to, you know, movies and just film in general. That's why, like, I put so much efforts into the music videos and shit. It's just like short movies.
Acting alongside Denzel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Highest to Lowest. Yeah.
You guys have this. You have the back and forth scene through the glass at the recording studio. He wrote that?
He wrote it.
I was wondering.
Yeah, talk to me about shooting that scene, because that's like, okay, now you're in the ring with Tyson, right?
Unfold your arms. Now what we do? What, you bad? You big? Your elbows is showing, shows you're not.
Yeah, like, before it started, he was just like, you know, you hear all these stories about Denzel, right? You hear that he's like competitive like Michael Jordan or Kobe on the court, right? Not true. At least with me.
Okay.
Yo, him, Jeffrey Wright, and Spike were just really walking me through it, like telling me, you know, gestures and, yo, just read the camera this way. Don't do this, don't do that. And they didn't even have to. It was so easy doing that shit, man. I mean, my occupation is, you know, rapping and reciting lyrics. So a script is no different from that. You just say it until you memorize it. And it just has, you know, an acting component and, you know, a movement component that goes with it. So portraying a rapper or
Young Felon. When Spike told you the character's name was Young
Felon. Honest, I don't love the name of this character.
yo, you should have heard the name before that.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
You really want to know the name?
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna believe me, bro.
Go for it.
The fucking name was MC Microphone Checker 123. MC Microphone Checker.
That was Spike's name or someone? Or
Spike named my character MC Microphone, not like MC 123. No, MC Microphone Checker. Microphone Checker is
too strong.
MC is abbreviated.
Literally is what it is.
So
Like,
what was the
what-
conversation like when you had to sit down and be like,
he didn't even combat me on it. He was
Okay.
just like, yeah, man, let's go. Like, I'm like, yo, we gotta name this motherfucker Young Felony or something. I had to think about the
Young
most.
Felony is better than Young Felon, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
All right, but why does Spike hate modern rap so much?
I don't know if he does.
I kind of think he does. I say this affectionately, but like I saw, like not the battle scene, and we still want to talk more about the battle scene, but the scene, the final chase scene when you and Denzel are on the train, and Denzel gets over on you and stomps you at the end. Like to me, I was like, this feels like a symbolic thing of like Denzel's
rapper.
Yeah, like Denzel's like embodies the old way
Alicia
of doing
Keys,
things.
less Young
Right,
Felons.
and then he's signing jazz singers 5 minutes
Yeah,
later,
yo.
you know? So, but I'm like, oh, this is, in essence, a metaphor for the dominance of an old way of thinking, an old approach to music making, and Denzel triumphing over your character is a way of saying that we're never going to let that get too far.
You know what? I didn't even look into the psychological component of
We'll
what
have
you
Spike
said.
on.
Yeah, you might have to ask him. I'll say this though. I'm like, man, how you gonna let Denzel kick my ass? Man? Like,
he did.
Like, well,
he
fuck it. He kicked my ass, man. And
He
not
had that
only,
old man strength.
yo, he did.
he really did.
He had the old man. But honestly, too, because that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
But honestly, too, I told Spike, man, I said, look, you know what would be a crazy plot twist, bro? What if we find out that Denzel's actually my pops from the old block?
You allude to that in the
Right?
final
Yeah.
face-off scene. That's
that was
alluded to.
improv.
It's improv.
Yeah. And he went with it. His response was improv.
Interesting.
Like,
Because I thought that was an interesting. I was wondering if that was like a relic of like an earlier plot line, but instead it was just a conversation that you kind of snuck in there in the improv.
yeah, because I was just saying, like, I was like, look, I'm extra, right? I'm so extra, y'all. Like, working with me might be a headache because I got too many bright ideas.
You give me notes on everything.
Like, for real, I'm telling motherfuckers how to do.
Sophie?
Like, for instance, I'm like, yo, why don't we have the guys rolling dice? This is what's happening. And then Jeffrey Wright character and this character comes out, shoots all of them, or just hog ties them. Because I'm saying to myself, how am I with an engineer?
Right. No crew.
And no crew.
Yeah.
And then why would I see now I'm giving out my critique on the film.
That's
so I don't want to do Spike. Like, you know what I mean?
Look,
Like,
you want it to have reality. You want it to feel
if
real.
Even masters of their craft
Yeah.
need some
critique.
outside
So I'm
input
just like this,
sometimes.
like, why would my engineer just get up when Denzel put the gun on and not come back and leave me in that motherfucker?
Yeah, no.
Ain't he supposed to be my man?
If he's the only guy with you.
But look,
I just
if
kidnapped
anybody
somebody.
knows about old friends turning their back on you.
Oh, damn. Ice
That was
cold.
perfect timing.
Ice cold. Ice cold. Ice cold.
Nah, you got a point.
Sorry. Look, not everyone who's with you is really with you.
Nah,
You taught
I
me
mean-
that. You taught me that.
I guess you're right. Brother Spike had the vision.
He
man.
really saw you. He was
wise.
dropping gems.
He's wise.
The actual sort of rap battle with Denzel. So you're saying he wrote his parts?
No, he wrote
through the
my
club.
part.
He wrote your part.
Yeah, both our parts.
Okay. And I wonder, it's interesting because hearing Denzel rap.
I got the blicky on me, OG, so don't try nothing tricky on me, OG.
I got mine too, Young G, 9mm. And a lot of reasons why you shouldn't with me either, Young G. I'm the one that can pay you. I don't need to be the one that's gonna slay you.
Is this a battle right now?
Like he's Cool Mo D, basically.
Yo.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it made sense. You hear his texture of voice, you hear his cadence of speech.
Denzel got that cat daddy swag, man. You know, that Mac daddy swag. The thing is like, he's really a student of hip hop. And when I met him, not when I met him, but when I came to first readings and shit like that, right? Like rehearsals, he would be on his laptop during breaks and he would be listening to Moneybagg Yo and shit. And just be like,
Incredible.
what the fuck is going on
Incredible.
right now? Like, that ass. I was like, what's going on? And I knew he wasn't bullshitting, like, because you know how, like, he ain't had no A$AP Rocky in it. So
Right. He wasn't sucking up to you.
He wasn't.
He wasn't trying to impress you.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was cool and he was listening to Mad Memphis shit and Mad Nas. He loved DMX. He loved, like, yo, my man Denzel, he that dude, man. He that dude.
He lives it.
He lives it.
He really
about that, man. He really like that.
As a total sidebar question, your acting has gotten you into a lot of places. You're on the Vanity Fair The Boys cover.
Oh yeah. John's been stressing about this for a minute.
There's a specific thing
He's
that
really
I have to
gotta
ask a
ask
question.
you.
There's a specific thing that I need to know.
Why do I have socks on?
There you go.
Because I wanted to stand
camera.
out. I actually like
No free feet. No free
No,
feet
thank you.
pics.
Is it no free feet?
Other scenes.
Do you have other?
I
I've
got
done
my
the
socks
research. There's other photos.
off. Yeah, I got socks off. It's just
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all got me looking like fucking Pirates Caribbean. like what the fuck is going on? Got me with this parrot on my fucking. So I'm like, man, yo, I gotta, man. I don't wanna
Not your
look
favorite
like
cover
these
you ever did.
Yeah, but
the worst.
so that was a,
I bet we could pull up some
that was a
other-
protest of sorts.
That was a That was just me being rebellious.
Get me the Pantherellas. Jesus, get me the Pantherellas.
Because I had my shoes in my hand, so I wanted it to be like I was walking on the beach.
Has anyone else asked this question?
He knew
No,
exactly
I knew
where
it
you
was
were
going.
going.
You knew it was going. You knew.
You listen.
You knew it was a talking
Of
point.
course.
But that was your note. That was like you telling Spike the name was bad. You're like, I got to keep the socks
Like,
on.
it's
Because
literally-
John's going to remember it forever.
It's literally one of the things in the preparation for this. It's come up like 3 times.
What we would have been talking about
Right.
as far as that cover goes if I ain't had
Fair
no
enough.
socks on.
It would not have been brought up.
Fair point. You want to just stare in the camera and just kind of, yeah. But shoes, clothes, obviously very important too. One of the things I always appreciated in our first interview is you immediately clocked my Margielas at the time.
Yeah.
That was it was important because not everybody knew. First of all, anybody buying Gats in 2024, 25, 26, I'm so sorry to you. I was wearing them the early 2010s.
That's for
Rocky
sure.
knew that.
That's
I
for
remember
sure.
you ran into the other room to get your Margielas. It
Which
was
is
not
in the
Gat, it was
story.
something.
He was like, and he runs in
He
the other
runs in
room
the
to
other
get his
room.
Margielas.
Oh, shit, that's true.
It's in the story. And I just, if I can selfishly, I wanted to wear special shoes for you today.
Yo,
And so should we?
you outdid yourself this time, bro.
So we just, this is important.
what in the
These-
Charlie Chaplin?
yeah, it's real spill.
Just
Real
roast him.
spill.
Just give him a
Just
full
go for it.
Harlem roast
Yo,
right now.
He can walk walls with that. We call those the Fred Astaire's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Would you wear these? Be honest.
You know what? I mean, I love combs, so I probably have put them up on a shelf or something like that.
there would be an art piece, a
Yeah,
conversation
that's
piece.
what they are, though.
Yeah.
I like when brands do that, though.
Right. A talker, like wearing socks on the beach.
My thinking was when I tried them on in the store, my thinking was they only work if you wear them like Tim's, in essence. Like if you don't overthink the silhouette. You know, in the way that you kind of have to wear like
just like
leopard as
Tim's.
a neutral. It's like if you just wear them like Tim's, the rest of the outfit kind of goes. Oh yes, well I almost wore a Miyake suit today for this.
See, you should.
But I should.
It's Miyake with that.
Next
You
time when you're back,
outrageous.
we'll bring the Miyake
All right.
suit
Flexing,
out.
man.
All right, John did his pet
Sorry,
issue. All right, but we got to talk fatherhood.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You just had your third.
Yeah, man.
Mazel tov.
Give me
Thank you, guys.
some stories from the front lines. We just got out of the holidays. I told you as we were starting, I threw out my back. Too much lifting of a toddler. Like, tell me. Obviously, your version of fatherhood different than mine. Like, let's be real. But what are the new experiences? What are the kids into?
My first son Rizza, he's just really like he's opposite of his brother. The 3-year-old and the 2-year-old.
Mhm.
They're about like 14 months apart.
Okay.
So they're really close, But he's really like antisocial.
He keeps to himself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And my second son is just a socialite at this point.
Mhm.
He wants to steal the room when he comes and he walks in it, and he's addicted to cotton candy, and he likes typical little kid stuff. My first son never ate candy a day in his life and
Wow.
hates it. Yeah.
Okay. So he's a self-possessed sort of like he's a monk toddler.
For sure.
And then you got the rock star
the
toddler.
rock star one,
And then your baby.
Baby Rocky, man, she's something. She's 4 months. She's 4 months on the 13th,
Okay.
Mhm.
and she looks exactly identical to me.
Wow.
That's your
Yeah,
twin.
man, my
Wow.
twin, bro. Like, oh man, you know how it is being a girl dad. Like,
It's the best.
when I got my 2 boys, I was like, nah, this shit is lit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
The boys.
the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, here we go. I'm with the Little Rascals, man. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And
Okay.
then Baby Rocky came in and just kind of took over the whole household.
Yeah.
You know, she's very talkative at 4 months. Likes to giggle and smile. I wish I had my phone and show you guys.
We'll
what
do
she-
that. We'll do after. And what about parenting roles? Like you and Ree, who's good cop, who's bad cop? Does it alternate? Like, are you like who's strict, who's loose?
None of us have to be.
Everyone's
like,
chill.
We're cool ass parents.
Okay.
I mean, I think I'm, you know, I guess relatively young, but like to an extent.
Sure.
But you know, I still feel like a lot of my morale that I kind of had in my early days when I used to, you know, foreshadow or just predict having kids how I would be is kind of how I turned out.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, man, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna let them do this. I'm not gonna let them do that. I'm gonna let them do.
And you've held to that basically.
So far,
Yeah.
you know, if they want to explore, like I'm a vegetarian, but all of my kids, they eat, you know, they're carnivores. You know
Whatever
what
they
I'm saying?
want,
Like
yeah.
they eat whatever they want.
Yeah.
I gotta let them be themselves, especially you know how it is as with all the access to so much information, so much data, so much, you know, it's just all out there, right? Like you could do your best to try to like, you know,
Yeah.
hide it from them, but eventually I want to be the guy that like lets my daughter know that like this is what men do. You know, I want to be the guy that tells my son this is what women do. You know, I want to be the guy to teach my son how to throw footballs and slap box each other, you know, without hurting each other, you know what I mean? And really just be boys, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I guess when I was coming up, I always said to myself, like, yo, if I ever become a dad, like, I'm gonna be the coolest dad. And I think being a dad made me cooler.
You think?
My swag is up, bro.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor's in full effect. Like my swag, like I have every reason to wear a 3-piece suit every day if I want to.
Sure.
You know, I have a reason to chill out in jazz bars like Smalls and Django and like every other night. Like I was just there last night. You know what I mean?
It does free your mind in a way where you're like, I don't have to live up to any other expectations, right? You just like you have a purpose, something to focus.
But I do, you know, you said something really, I thought, eye-opening earlier about your relationship, which is you have a partner now who could look at your life and say, that guy's not really with you. That person is. That's a real friend. That's not a real friend. I wonder how finding a partner like that, being in love, how did that change you? Because if you had asked me in 2012, is this guy going to be the most happily coupled up, familyed up man in rap music?
Hell no.
I respectly would have said, probably not.
I feel that.
You
know
were
what?
outside.
He was outside.
Yeah.
But he was having fun.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But you've hard swerved. And I wonder, what did it take to get you to that place where you could make that swerve and really lean in on this?
So like I always wanted to be a parent.
Yeah.
I always wanted to have children. The truth is like you gotta be, I mean, everybody knows this, you gotta be really selective and careful about who you procreate with.
Yeah, sure.
And who you bring children in this world with, man, because that plays a major part, you know, in your life and the child's life.
Yeah.
And so that being one thing is just like meeting somebody that was like morally inclined or just kind of like really like felt like we were like parallel as far as just like things we can agree on and things that like, it was just like we were on the same page. Born the same year. My dad is from her country. My family, when I go back, I get to see both sides of my family now, you know? Us being the same age, us kind of like, you know, being in the same industry, doing the same thing. First lady face a Dior, black girl, you know, me being a first black guy to be the face of Dior. Her doing Gucci first, me doing Gucci. You know, it's so many similarities. It's just funny. We laugh about it a lot. And, you know, she was always my boo, you know what I'm saying? Like I always fucked with her. I always had love for her, you know? And when we were just friends, I just always, my mother used to say shit like, I know you like this girl that you with right now. I ain't gonna say no names. but I want you with Riri. It's like, Mom, why you keep saying that?
Mom, mind your business.
Yeah, that girl don't even like want me like that. Like, we cool, Mom. Like, that's just my friend, chill. Like, but I'm telling you, she real. And mothers know best.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's your first girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she's going to, that's what I'm saying. You need a woman. You need a mother. You need, even if you have a platonic female best friend that you look at as a blood relative, that is what you need in life. I found me a real one. And I identified that early on, and I knew that was what it was going to be. And
so it wasn't hard to turn the switch.
Yeah, and which brings me to my last point. I'm sorry to make it so long and extensive, but basically it was like I was having so much fun, for lack of better words. Like I started feeling like, yo, this shit is pointless. Like you can't kiss this girl. You gotta use protection. After it's done, you like, yo, so what you about to do? Cause I'm about to like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even want to.
It got old.
What are we talking about? You don't got nothing interesting to talk about. Like that just kept reoccurring. And at some point, you feel empty and you feel a little lonely. You can have 100 girls, or you gotta have 100 bitches. And it don't amount to that one special girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. And so, like I said, Yams, God, my dad, like, I think they've been like implementing certain people in my life for a reason. I don't think it was coincidence or chance that we ended up with each other. I think that she deals with my type of crazy, I deal with hers, and I think that, and that's my
yeah.
You feel me? I fuck with her heavy, man. That's my dog, man.
So her turn to put out an album or what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, now that you are you leading the light?
No comments.
Don't be dumb.
I try
out
to
on
lead
Friday.
by example.
then you're in charge of the kids for the next couple years.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. You gonna get me in trouble with her fans, bro? Like,
I know that's true.
I had to.
They don't play.
They really don't. Do you feel like the person that you are, like, not as a musician, not as an artist, but as a grown up now, is that version of yourself attainable had you not found, had you not locked in? Would you still be in that kind of like formless quest kind of?
Oh, nah, I was tired of feeling like
you were heading this direction.
I was over that. Over that.
It's just the final piece is the right person.
The right time, man. And I think like COVID really allowed us to really like spend a lot of time with each other.
Yeah, you went on this sort of famous road trip kind of? Like
I mean,
bus trip?
That was a
trip?
year after being together.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it was, bro, we fucking lived like gypsies. Like we was just like cook. She would make food. She would cook every day for us, else we wouldn't eat.
And this is like you're driving across America, basically, like driving to parks and RV. Yeah, right, an RV.
And so we're in parking lots of Walmart. So, you know, we had to make our clothes.
Yeah.
Like we really took this shit serious. So to make our clothes, I would go into Walmart. She would go to get the food. I'll go get the clothes. I'll go get some bleach, some rubber bands, some tie-dye, and some motherfucking dye. Like
arts and crafts time.
You know, some buckets, and I would be out there, some lines would hang it up. And I'm shocked that nobody caught photos of us.
I was actually wondering. I don't think I ever saw.
It never made TMZ.
Nah, man. Nobody knew. Because we wouldn't stay for like too long.
Right.
You know.
When people turned around,
Rihanna and A$AP Rocky in a Walmart parking lot.
But think about it. This is when everybody's masked up.
Yeah.
So they didn't know it.
Yeah, you got hoodie, mask, N95. You're in the clear.
They didn't know.
Incredible.
N95 is also very turned into fat.
Let's hit a couple questions in the lightning round, and then we're gonna eat a snack in honor of Riot.
Riot Rose.
There we go. All right, pull a card.
I feel like this is a magic trick.
Well, we'll see which questions you get. We want to say in advance, some of these questions are profound and some of them are lighthearted.
Let's do it, man.
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds.
All right. Oh, okay. Whose social media page do you spend too much time on?
Dads Against Predators. Dads Against Predators is these dads that put together this kind of like platform that catches like child predators, but they fuck them up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, instead of just calling the cops,
they take it in their own.
They beat
It's
their
vigilante justice.
Oh, I did not.
It's like To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen, but plus World Star.
Plus World
yeah,
Star.
for sure.
World Star.
That was a great description.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
All right, pull another card.
Card 2.
Any, mini, money, mo. Another 5. A club.
Okay, this is 5 of clubs.
All right, you're pulling it. You got a good hand.
This is a lighthearted one and maybe connects. What's the current bodega order? What's the current gas station run?
The current bodega order is a bagel with egg and cheese, no bacon. On a raisin bagel, egg and cheese.
Interesting.
Egg and cheese on the raisin.
A twist. Wow. Okay.
Barbecue kettle chips.
Yeah, sure.
Some water or some apple juice or some orange juice. I try to typically stay away from like.
Well, you said you're vegetarian, so obviously no bacon and yeah.
But no sweets, no dessert, just the raisin bagel.
Not, like, man, my thing right now, man, is like gut health is so important, man. And I just
microbiome.
Yeah, bro. I'm a gassy man, so I gotta be careful. I gotta
We're probiotics?
Yeah, man. Like for me, I like some yogurt, you know what I'm saying? And I like, just things to settle the stomach. I just started getting into sparkling water, funny enough, man. I used to hate that shit. It tastes like Alka-Seltzer, man.
No, I could crush it. I like it in a can. I like
the can. Yeah.
See, this is crazy. Like I'm just like
you never drink a seltzer.
No, I'm just like that's spicy water.
It's just flavorless soda. It settles your stomach.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the marketing work. I don't know.
It does though. It literally does. It makes you burp. It makes you go to the bathroom.
John, when you grow up, you'll get into seltzer.
That's true. Someday.
Pull another card.
Yo, if I get another 5, bro,
I'm just you're a lucky man. What can I say?
I won't get so lucky. I got a 4.
All right,
4 of hearts. Okay. What's a song you associate with love?
I got so many, but the first thing that come to mind was "Jealous Guy" by John Lennon.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's a dark version of
love.
love.
That's a frisky answer.
It's the truth, man.
That's an answer from the heart. You think of jealousy as a byproduct of love?
Nah, not necessarily. The strings, sonically, it just sounds like a love song.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe because as a kid, when I used to watch Look Who's Talking Part 2, Mikey was just really affectionate to his baby sister. And that was the first time you realized he does love his sibling.
Wow.
Wow.
You just
great with the movie.
Yeah,
also, really great with the movie reference.
Yeah, you get
really
good. Good pull.
No, I know.
Definitely a movie nerd.
All right.
What was your favorite movie last year while you pull this next card?
Sinners.
You were all in?
I was all in.
You think it can win Best Picture?
I hope so, because that's like a urban Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, exactly.
8 of Hearts.
8 of Hearts. All right, let's go. What's your best lyric ever?
Couple ABCs, bad bitch. Double D's, Bobby E. I don't give an F, told you I'm a G.
John put it in your head because he referenced it.
But
at
is
the
that
beginning
like
of the show.
when you think of yourself as a lyricist, does that era feel peak to you even now? 15 years later?
That wasn't like lyrical miracle. I think that was more so just me, just like being catchy and like it was a cheeky bar, and I think that like a lot of people was like, "Oh, you correlated the alphabet."
Yeah.
No, but
nice
you know what the real answer is.
What?
Short and sweet.
What?
I'm that pretty motherfucker.
I be that pretty motherfucker.
It's like, like that's it. That's the whole career in a nutshell. Like you don't need, like, I like economical writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's a couple words that tell a whole
Same
story.
song, though.
Same song?
Same song.
Is there a lyric on this album that
you put up
mind,
there?
Yeah, that in your mind,
man,
holds up?
Absolutely.
Give us the one that you think I spazzed on that.
All red, Mary Jane's just to match the Rari paint. Been shitting on everything. Wasn't even potty trained. Niggas getting BBLs. Lucky we on body shame. Throwing dirt on Rocky name. Turn around and copy game.
Lucky we on body.
That's still your flow.
Yeah.
All right, last card, and then we'll eat a snack.
King.
Great way to end. King of Diamonds. I mean, I feel like we've touched on this a little bit, but what's a movie or an album, but I think a movie that you know front to back?
What about one we haven't talked about yet?
All right, cool.
Some of you know, you know the rhythm of, you know which scene's coming, you know which line's coming.
I mean, Friday, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay. Two different poles of Rocky's personality.
Man.
Budapest, Friday.
Snatch.
Can you do the accent?
Nah.
Not on camera. At least.
Yeah.
You're a good actor, but you're not Brad Pitt.
I gotta work on it, man.
Yeah.
Yo, it's fucked up how English fellas could just like Idris Elba.
Be American like that.
this. Yeah.
Like even Australians, like Rose Byrne. I didn't even know she was Australian until we did the movie.
Margot Robbie.
Like, what is she?
Australian.
Get the Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Now y'all gotta give me one more, bro.
You want another card?
One more card.
All right.
One more card. I just feel like that last one was
one
like,
for good luck.
One for good luck.
One for
Yeah,
good
yeah,
luck.
yeah.
It's only right.
I don't know the poker terms, like on the river or whatever.
It's in the spades.
I don't even know.
On the river. Yes.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yes. Not ponder. Which of your senses would you choose to live without?
Now my sense of fashion. I need that.
Good.
It's a good answer.
Now my fashion. Oh, all right.
It's a hard question. We wrote that?
We wrote that. Yeah, we did
What
that.
sense? All right. I need to see.
Yeah.
I need to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, we all need taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got. I feel like it's.
That's
always,
a
it's
hard
always,
one.
It's a smell.
Smell.
I'm answering for you, but
Nah, you right.
it's like
So it's either smell or touch, but it can't be touched. It's gotta be right.
You need touch. You need touch. I'm gonna have to smell. Gotta go. I mean, we went through that with COVID, so it's like I'll be all right. I'll survive. I'll live. So.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, man.
You did
lost
so taste
lost
and smell or just smell?
One time it was taste and smell. Next time it was just smell.
And did it come back naturally, or did you do one of those tricks with like burning the orange on the stove and
that's what you learned on TikTok?
Yes.
You know, it was fucked up because I was just smoking like. I can't taste or smell it.
So you knew when it was bad.
No one-
You're like,
no one
I
talked about-
I got
no
the
one
backwards
talked
again.
about what it did to smokers.
Right?
Like we've heard so much, but no one talked about its damage to the weed community.
Which is actually a great segue because you walked in, you saw our pantry,
Yep.
and you said, this is a stoner's dream, basically.
Yo.
You really took it seriously. I always appreciate when someone comes in and looks at the pantry and takes it serious. Some people come in, they're just like, whatever. You read ingredients. I assume, you said no added sugars, then pick
That's
this.
a lot of that.
Then pick
Well,
this
we have to.
lunatic snack.
We have
Right.
to.
So
right, Rose.
lunatic snack.
Every episode of Popcast ends with a snack test. We are going to try Skittles flavored cotton candy.
Unreal.
Tell us why.
Because my son, Riot Rose, is obsessed with it. This for you, son.
Has he had the Skittles brand?
Nah, man. Yo.
Only what, like at basketball games? Or
No, like
you
so
have it
when
at the house? You got a machine at the house?
So like we throw like little Halloween parties and
Okay.
stuff. That's his favorite holiday. But
Okay.
if you look on TikTok, there's reels of him scarfing down cotton candy.
Oh, I haven't seen
I
that.
haven't
All right,
seen
we're gonna
this.
play.
Okay,
We're
we'll
gonna play
find
one of
this,
those
yeah.
now.
It's hilarious, bro. He's
So this, I think I bought this. Did you?
I don't buy this. So you bought this.
I buy the darkest
Well,
stuff.
remember we had the Hawaiian Punch one.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I had hoped at some point someone would pick both the Hawaiian Punch one and the Skittles
we could
one
do a
as
Is it
like
good?
a flight. No, I mean it was not good.
It just tasted like cotton candy. It didn't taste like Hawaiian Punch. So
yeah.
we got to see. Because here's the problem, though. Which Skittle?
all of them.
It's all the Skittles
but
at
it's
once?
pink though.
Is it? Let's see.
Not even
Let's
rainbow.
Let's look in the what
It
color
doesn't
is it?
say it's pink. It's red. It's I don't know. But okay, it
Yeah,
says
but pink is like if you mix the red with the yellow with the green, maybe you end up with this.
so it's just all the Skittles at once. That doesn't taste good to me.
Yeah,
You got to eat
man.
the Skittles flavor
by
by
one,
flavor.
yeah.
Yeah. This says enjoy your favorite Skittles original flavors hand spun into cotton candy.
Man, can I smell this, man?
Yeah, no, smell first.
You
It's
you
very
you pull,
important
pull
to
a
smell
chunk.
first.
Oh, this is gonna have us on the today for sure. Yeah, man. This smells artificial.
Oh my god, it really smells. It smells
like
like
a Skittle?
It smells like the factory.
Yeah.
It smells like the factory that made it.
So
Bro,
not like a Skittle.
It tastes like medicine.
Oh no. That's what I'm saying. You can't do all the Skittles flavors at once.
Oop, sorry.
It's disgusting. You should have smoked one before this.
Not really. This is.
It smells like the dentist's office a little bit, like fluoride, right? Like a
Oh, you know, it doesn't taste. I don't. You know, I'm less mad at this than I thought I would be.
okay. I got a little bit of Skittle in there.
Really?
Yeah. I'm seeing the vision.
Tastes like medicine to me.
It has that tiny sour kick. It has like a
wanna
little
do
bit
one
of
more
that
bite or no?
sourness.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. You know what?
It's better
I'm on
than
board.
better than the Hawaiian Punch.
It is better than the Hawaiian
Really?
Punch cotton candy.
You
All right,
wouldn't
can
give
I
us,
read-
you
can-
wouldn't give us to Riot?
Hell no. Let me read these ingredients.
Yeah, read these ingredients.
You're like, we only do artisanal at the Halloween fair.
Includes
None of this bag stuff.
28 grams of added sugars
Yeah.
on top of 28 grams of sugar.
So it's balanced, is what you're saying. It's not a one-dimensional snack. It's got all the sugars in equal
right.
proportion.
Rank it out of 10. He's disappointed. The man is disappointed.
upset.
You picked it.
I mean, this ain't no carnival cotton candy, man. This ain't the movie.
It's not
theater.
fresh. It's not fresh.
Yo, this shit smells like
It
you
really-
said, factory
It
made.
smells like factory. Like I'm just gonna be bold here. I'm gonna call this
John
a 6.
loves it.
It's a 6.5 at least.
Okay. All right.
Maybe a 7. If I finish half this bag, it might end up a 7.
I mean-
if I finish this whole bag, I might be in the hospital.
Yes.
But
You gave that a 6.5.
I think
I'm
it's a
gonna
6.5.
say- I'm gonna
You know
say
what?
a 5,
The
right down the
flavor,
middle.
in my mind, the flavor when it liquefies, the flavor resolves. The smell is wrong, but the flavor resolves when it
It
liquefies.
tastes like red Robitussin.
Some people love that.
Are you going lower
5?
than 5?
I give it a 5.5. No, I give it a 4.5.
Okay.
That's generous compared to your visceral reaction.
Yeah, you would only taste a morsel.
I thought you were going to give it a 1.
It's going to definitely give me some visceral fat too. I know that. I'm going to be on the
You
toilet
already- you
tonight.
just gained
I'm
half a
feeling
pound.
Rocky, what a joy to have you. It's
Thanks,
great to
man.
see you. Thank you for being here. Don't be dumb.
Yes.
In stores
Friday.
imminently.
Yeah.
Now.
That's our show. Every episode of Popcast is at nytimes.com/popcast. We're on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/popcast. Like and subscribe. Check us on TikTok, Instagram at Popcast. Credits and link in bio. We will be back next week.
Peace.
With young pretty fly or
It appears that a group of young men are riding along
with that
recklessly
pretty
on
fly
a
white beady
helicopter
pop
behind
your
them.
grill.
I'm not
They my
even
white
sure if you
tee,
can
yo,
hear that.
spinning like a helicopter. They my white tee, yo,
We're
spinning
here,
like a
Rocky,
helicopter.
as American rap artist A$AP Rocky is being swapped in his own home.